It's another original BW Sports 1 production.
Pew
That's right, folks. It's Wednesday night. It's 8 p.m. Eastern. It's that guy, the one. It's this guy, the lion. We are the Dukes of Football. I feel like we're watching the Addams Family. As he slides into the camera's view for all you lovely viewers out there. We thank you all for joining us, Damon. What's going on, brother?
Hey man, not a whole lot of nothing. That's what's going on. Not a whole lot of nothing.
Well, a whole lot of nothing can be good sometimes, right?
Yes, a whole lot of nothing. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you exactly. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on, and it's not gonna be what you think. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be that what you think. But I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Bruce Harper and the Phillies. I no longer have to hear the annoyance. I can now watch the World Series in peace.
Well, it's definitely going to be an interesting one. You know, I thought they were actually going to go and do it and be a story this year for to end the season, but nope. They gone. Bye, Bruce. Bye bye.
Man, I'm not gonna discredit it. He was playing phenomenal.
He
It
was.
wasn't the Phillies that I was annoyed by. So
These
we'll
damn
let him.
Penn State slash Philly slash Dallas
I mean,
fans.
a lot of those teams lost, so it's been awful quiet.
Well,
Try to redirect negative energy towards some shit that really ain't. If it was any other place, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
yeah. I mean, I'm gonna say it like this: yo, you Michigan Wolverine and Knights. You know, rules are rules. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? The NCAA is corrupt and built on a bunch of corruption. So it is what it is. Whatever. That's a dumbass rule anyway. I don't understand it. How am I supposed to
it's like
scout? How am I
it's
supposed
to
to
the point.
scout?
It's to the point that it's ridiculous. You know what I
It
mean?
is
It's
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Like you find it very few people who are like, that's some bullshit. Most people are like, okay, they're the ones that got caught. Kind of looks like the NCAA has a beef.
No.
But no,
Are they
whatever.
trying to
No,
put?
it's
Serious question. Are they trying to push Harbaugh out of college football?
I would say they're trying to make it difficult for him. I don't know. I don't want to directly say, excuse me. I want to directly say that they're trying to push him out of college football. But I'm more say is that the NCAA wants control, wants 100% compliance, and Jim Harbaugh is not that type of person. You know what I mean? They're already pissed off at him because the last one over a cheeseburger and a phone call an hour late. You know what I mean? I almost feel like kind of how OSU felt with the tattoo scandal. I mean, it was OSU. I gave him a little shit, but really, really,
Well, you
like
know,
I mean, how many times do you see kids go to college, dirt poor, no ink, and then come home with thousands of dollars of ink and still broke?
good point. They must have had a good hookup at the tattoo parlor. It was a football team home party.
But anyway, I digress.
Well, we all do. Every week
Yeah,
we digress a
yeah,
little bit.
yes. But for the most part, been a good week. A lot of good football played.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of good football played. I mean, a lot of bad football was played in the NFL by a couple teams that were undefeated. But I
A
mean,
lot of bad refing going on. I'm not gonna lie. Some of this officiating is getting a little ridiculous. I mean,
so
come
do
on now,
you agree
people.
with Richard Sherman? Do you agree with Richard Sherman?
Which one?
The only Richard Sherman.
No, I mean, no, I know I read it. I just read it this morning. What did
No,
he say?
about the referees, having more
Having it.
more say in these games than they should, because it's almost like that the sports betting has implied that the referees are being a little bit more invertive and insertive. That's the word I'm looking for. Insertive into um,
The outcome.
how game outcome of games are coming. Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna lie. I would be completely blind if I didn't have any questions about the whole situation. I don't know. I don't under. I said this out somewhere. I can't remember where it was. It may have been in our group chat earlier, but I don't understand how, if it's, and maybe I have to research this a little bit further, but referees should definitely never be able to do any gambling on NFL games or anything like that. If the players aren't able to, which they're playing, so they can obviously drop a pass in the end zone, an easy pass or something like that, or fumble going into the end zone or something like that to flake a game. But referees have even more power because they have, I mean, the whole team of the NFL behind them. So,
I
I
mean,
mean, it's,
you can call a pass interference on the corner of the end zone where the ball is 15 yards above the receiver's head.
yeah, bounces into the front row. Or
Yeah,
even, I mean, not going to lie, in the Miami and Philadelphia game, the no face mask called on that one play. Can't remember the receiver, which one it was, but I mean, blatant face mask was not called. I mean, regardless, we would have won that game, of course. But it does suck because it does make you wonder. Okay, is there something more behind everything? Is it's kind of like our politics? Is this what we get? You
this
know?
is what we get. I mean,
Uh,
another example: the Pittsburgh game.
yep.
He clearly did make that fourth down.
Yeah. Right. First down. Yeah.
Oh, conveniently, there's 2 minutes left on the clock, and it's not an automatic booth review.
Yep. Yep.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I am the benefactor of such ridiculous calls, but come on, bro.
man, there's some of them. It's like you gotta call something,
You gotta call something.
and maybe
All
this is
right.
where they put more emphasis on the actual NFL officials up upstairs. Not on the field, but call it from the headquarters. Hey, man, no, you got this. Is it? Put them
Well,
in
that's what
check.
they're supposed to be doing. That's what they're supposed to be doing.
No,
But they can't because it's not under 2 minutes and
hmm
can't be uh,
cannot be
can't
reviewed
be
automatically
forcibly
by the.
reviewed.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And he don't have any timeouts. That was just convenient. But I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. You know what I mean? Just like, I mean, we'll talk about it later. But since we're on that subject, I mean, just like when Ursay came out a couple days ago. You know what I mean? The NFL Officials Association or whatever the hell they're called gonna come out and say the two calls against the Colts were, bad calls. Yeah, they were bad calls. One of them was completely one. One of them was so detailed to the rule that you could have been like, that's kind of, especially at the time of the game, that's not a
Hmm.
call. But I'll say this to say that, Colts fans, 3rd and 10, they got 30 yards. Wasn't the penalties that lost the game. It was that third down play that lost the game. But anyway.
I'd absolutely agree. I mean, yeah. They got to definitely do something and figure something out because, like I said, it's like we don't want to look at the sport and have it any more scripted, quote unquote, as it already is in front of everybody.
Tell the truth.
Say it ain't so.
Like y'all can at least let me get through half the show before you start acting frolicky.
Uh oh. Gremlin's coming back out
Yeah.
over there.
Hey, bro. It's just, I mean, I'm patchwork smurf my whole unit together. So it works like half the time. Like, I was doing great. I turned it off and everything. We was doing great. And then it was like, nah, bro, we gonna do something else
Oh,
today.
shit. All right.
No, but we're good
Can
though.
you see
We
it?
can
Can you
always
see him,
talk.
though?
You know what I mean? But it's all good. Yeah, I can see. I can see. No, we're
Okay.
good. Let's see. I guess real quick, nothing really happening for us in football. I know they had some first round games last week. I think it was the lower class. I think I saw Roncalli play last week, but I know most of the state tournament gets started this weekend. So this Friday it's going to be a nasty one. It's going to be rainy, so weather's going to play a huge impact on a lot of these big games down here around the city. So anxious to see how those play out. So other than that,
Is
nothing
this
really
supposed to
big on high
be?
school
Is it supposed to
football.
be colder then? Because I know next week it's supposed to be nothing but rain and cold.
Well, it's supposed to be rainy. I think tomorrow the rain starts coming in, and each day it increases. The temperature drops. So I mean, I don't know. It's Indiana. I mean, it fuck around
That
and be
ball
40.
turns hard and slippery, and it starts to become very difficult for good teams to hold on to the ball. So it's definitely going to play some factors in some of those games.
Correct, Mundo. So,
Yeah.
um, I guess we'll just keep on moving along here and get started with this. Maybe if it'll show up. Oh,
The
maybe because I
note.
probably didn't hit the damn button.
Ah, he's
There
got to
you
hit the
go.
button, the button, the button, the button.
There it is. There it is. So, I guess it's time to dash across the NCAA. Well, what a good week.
What a good week
What a big
for
gamer was
some.
in the Big Ten.
What it was, and what a down flop it was for Penn State.
I hated that I picked that game, but I had to pick them. There was no way that I was picking the other team.
Ah, man. I mean, Drew Aller 18 for 42, sacked 4 times. They couldn't get anything going. There was 1 for 16 on third down. And you got to do something more than that to win, especially against a division rival in OSU.
Especially when you're on the cusp of being one of
Yep.
those upper echelon teams.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, but due to, I mean, just I want to ask you this from one of our chat conversations with our personalities. Is it James Franklin's fault, or does he still get um, his due diligent time because of how he's turned that program around coming off the scandal? I know the
I
scandal
mean,
was a couple years ago, but still, he had to turn the program around.
yeah, I mean, the scandal's been a while now, but it obviously, like you said, he had to be the one to step in and do something about it and turn it around. And he's done a tremendous job, but it was kind of like now they're kind of like where Notre Dame is as far as can you win the bigger games? Can you win in the limelight? Can you overcome these boundaries that you have not seen the other side of in a while? You know, Penn State used to be the powerhouse in the Big Ten. I remember, Notre Dame playing them in the Snow Bowl, back in the 90s, early 90s, 80s, and stuff like that. Penn State has always been linebacker U. That's what everybody knows them for. It's like, just like you said, they're there, but they cannot complete the mission. They cannot finish. And Is it on coaching? Is it on, players' mentality? Is it a combination of both? I don't know per se because they look amazing overall for the most part, but then all of a sudden, again, they come to this game, they come into a big matchup, a big opportunity, and they're not able to do anything with it.
Yeah, I agree. But one quick correction: they were a powerhouse, but they were independent.
Back then they were?
Yeah,
Yeah, because they didn't come in until what? 01?
something like that. I think it was the early 2000s.
Yeah,
But
okay. Yep.
yeah, back in the
Correction.
90s and 80s, they were
Correction.
independent. They were
Yeah.
independent, but they were still a team that you feared. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And back then, teams played each other. There wasn't a
Yep.
whole lot of UNLVs on people's schedules.
That ain't no lie.
It wasn't, but the way the college rules and the CFP and all of those things progressed, it kind of forced these schools to put these kind of games on their schedules, so it puts more emphasis on their regular seat or their conference schedules.
Hmm.
That's what I feel. But anyway,
That's
but
what
it
he
sucks for
feels.
Penn State. It sucks for Penn State because it almost puts them in third place once again. Because in 2 weeks they come in. So yeah, we could say three. We had 3 weeks, so to speak, because they got the bye this week. We play Purdue next week, and then after that is Penn State. They have to come to Ann Arbor. So you go to the big toilet bowl, and then you have to come to the big house. So it's not going to get any easier. And it's going to be a good test and a good warm up to get us ready to go ahead and smash OSU for the third straight year. Regardless if we get your signals or not, you're still trash.
Message.
You know what I mean? Listen, man, we've been filming like, bro, you can watch the regular TV and get their signals.
Right. Just because they are smart enough to say, "Hey, this is what's happening," doesn't mean it's their fault. I mean, I don't understand that whole rule there with the way the scouting can and can't be. I mean, it's not like I don't have a camera right on you at during the game doing it. I'm watching it myself across the sidelines, and I did my research and I studied up. Okay, now you got to deal with it.
All right, here, what's this? Let me ask you this question. All right, so, because Kirby Smart said it in his statement. All right, so just like back 20, 30 years ago, coaches go watch other teams play. Yeah, it wasn't no camcorder, no cell phones that you can just record stuff, but you didn't think they walked in with a pencil and paper. They weren't using signs back then. They were writing down your actual play.
Yep, the whole
And then go
lineup.
back, like, or for instance, hey, I play Purdue next week. I haven't played them, haven't really scouted them too much. So let me call Michigan State, or let me call Minnesota. And hey, can we get your game film of Purdue? Oh yeah, sure.
I don't see the like I said, I don't see the big difference, and I don't see the reason why it's that big of a thing because it's not the Houston Astros, like I said, pinning it the way they did. If I'm finding your signs and I'm getting it and I'm researching, doing my job as a scout, that's how my team should be. That's the type of information my team should be getting. Hey, if you see this, this is what they're doing. This is the audible for it because they've played it in the last 18 games. That's not my fault you haven't changed it.
Deion Sanders said it best. You can send them the playbook. You can send them the
Right.
whole game plan.
Yeah,
You still got to stop it.
absolutely.
What's the difference in everybody knowing that if the ball is 3 yards or less for a first down, that Philadelphia Eagles are doing the tush push?
Brotherly shove.
Whatever.
Now
I
stop
ain't
it.
got no issues against it.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Everybody talking about change the rule, put it out the game. Why? Because you can't stop it?
And I'm sorry. If you actually watch that play over 50% of the time, nobody is really giving him a push enough to give him that much momentum to go over the line. It's called when you squat 700 pounds and your thighs are tree trunks and you have 350-pound men right in front of you laying down and all you got to do is fall over them because they're just pushing everything. That's how it's done. Literally, you watch the replays.
There's technique in it. Their
Yeah.
line is doing a certain thing. It's something that they work on and they practice and they do it and it's successful. But so if Lamar Jackson and they happen to get just hypothetical, Lamar Jackson gets Derrick Henry and they start running the option, nobody's going to stop that. So are they just supposed to outlaw the option?
Right.
The fuck out of here, man.
That's a good point. I like it.
Lord have mercy. Bless it. Let's see. Screw jobs of the college week. Did you
Ooh,
see the end of the Iowa game?
ooh, that was rough. Yet
I was
another
watching and I was
officiating bullshit call.
hey, listen, I was watching it and I was like, because I picked Iowa. And I was like, okay, let's see if Iowa can win another game without having an offensive snap in the other side of the field.
Right?
Kickoff return, punt return for a touchdown. I'm like, oh no. I tweet about it. I go do something else and come back. It's like, why is the score not changed? They did what?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that
So you can go back and look to see if he stepped out of bounds. And since you didn't see that he stepped out of bounds, you're going to say, oh, I see that he waved his hand 3/4 of the way up his body, but not above his shoulders, and it looks like a fair catch. So I'm going to call that play dead.
but yet he was going like this to clear people. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Yet another what the fuck moment from the zebras.
Hey, breaking news out of Ann Arbor. I just got it on my phone.
Uh
Jim
oh.
Harbaugh
Uh
has
oh.
stolen all of the voting signs in Ann Arbor.
Well, throw him in the prison cell, man. Done.
All right, North Carolina.
Pitiful. Put more on the emphasis of Virginia doing that job, man. That's great for them.
Oh yeah, I will chit chat about Virginia in a little bit, but that was a good win and not a
I
good look for North Carolina.
I saw that earlier when I was looking at the notes, and mine is the opposite of your segment part. Yeah, they kept May off the field, man. They had the ball for like 37 minutes. You keep him off the field, you force him to do things he's not wanting to do, trying to get the ball down the field, and that's what happens. He threw a pick, and that kind of solidified Virginia's upset.
See. So, yeah, that kind of almost puts them out of the conversation, but I think they got a chance to still make the ACC championship game. So, they'll get a chance to bounce back.
They
But good
will,
win
but
for the
man, they
program.
better win out. They got
They
to
got
win
to.
out. They can't lose another one.
Yeah, hey, the ACC is volatile. I mean, I'm still not all the way in on Florida State just yet. So,
Man.
I mean, they're
Man.
good. I mean, but they're still winning like Georgia and who else is winning? Like they're barely the only team in the country that's won their games by them their 30 points is Michigan.
Now, I'm not saying that they're doing this on purpose, but what if I'm sitting at fourth, okay? As long as I win, ain't nobody going to jump me into the top four. As long as I win, I'm an ACC team. It's still a Power Five conference per se. I'm in Florida State. Let's just make sure we win. I don't care how big we win by. Just make sure you win.
I like your thinking, but the CFP polls come out after this weekend, and we've seen it time and time again. If you don't win your best and somebody underneath you, they will jump you. We've seen it already this year with Penn State and USC not losing,
Hmm.
but steady dropping in the polls because other teams are looking good while they're doing it. I mean, yeah, the win is a win, but the eye test is huge in college football.
And I would agree with that. But if I'm already in the top four and I've been in the top four all season, I would have to think that even when these polls come out, nothing's going to change as far as who's in the top four at the moment, unless it
The
depends on
top
the win.
four right now is Georgia, Michigan, Ohio State, and Florida State. I
Yep.
guarantee you, if Florida State puts another less than 7 point victory up and Washington spanks somebody again, they will jump them.
Okay, yeah, you got a point. You do got a point.
Because Washington is just like they got first place votes. They got one, but they got one.
Hey, one's more than zero.
Let me see. I think I put it up there. I think they got what? No, I think it was Florida State who got one.
Okay,
Where is it?
they
Yeah,
got
they got
three.
three votes.
Ohio
So,
State got
but
three.
uh, back to back, yeah, back to back losses for USC to Utah.
Man, that sucks for them. I mean, it doesn't hurt my feelings at all, but it sure sucks for
At all.
that team. Not at all.
They're done. They're done.
Oh yeah, there's
They're
no
done.
way. They have no absolute way, even an outside chance of doing anything this year.
You're done.
They
And
threw
his
away a
Heisman is gone.
Heisman. I was gonna say they threw away a Heisman Trophy winning, possibly national championship season away.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Heisman's
like to
gone
think it
right
all.
now.
I like
JJ
to think it all
McCarthy is now
started with
leading the
Notre
Heisman.
Dame.
It did. It did. It actually started a little earlier, but Notre Dame
Yep.
seriously exploited it.
Yep.
So,
I would agree.
yeah, great job. Great job. USC sucks as always. Let's see. What did I say here? Washington, Texas, and Oklahoma all barely survived last weekend.
Hmm. Washington came off the Oregon win, and I think that this was their possible trap game of the season, coming off of that win, and they skirted by. I mean, they held on. They got the win. That's all that honestly anybody can ask for after the win over Oregon, coming back and looking at a team that could potentially beat you at any time, because once again we're looking at um, Pac-12 rivals.
Yes, sir. Texas, I thought they were going to lose it. I really did. I really did. I thought they was like, we're not even going to talk about the Texas Oklahoma rematch because you're
Mm.
not going to make it. But
That was
both
a
of them
rough
pulled
game
it
for
out at
them.
the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
bad game. Bad game.
Now Oklahoma, I don't know what the hell they were doing.
I don't know. Maybe it was harvest time and some of the kids were on the big combines. I have no clue.
It's very possible.
Very possible. If you haven't noticed on the top 25, we have a newcomer to the polls this week. We have the University of James Madison.
Who would have thought?
I
Who would have
would
thought?
because they were ranked in this same position at the same time last year.
Who would have
No,
thought
not really.
that Southern Cal and UCLA would be just ahead of James Madison?
James Madison. I don't even know where James Madison is.
I man, I could be totally off.
I'm thinking the East Coast.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking uh
I'm thinking
Rhode
Maryland. I'm
Island,
thinking
Maryland,
Maryland.
somewhere in there. Yeah, Delaware maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up
Because I
right
mean, with
now.
that James Madison, that's a president. So I'm thinking one of those East. It's one of those white guys in charge 100 years ago, but no. So I'm thinking East Coast somewhere.
Oh, Virginia.
Ah,
Oh, we're
original,
Harrisburg, Virginia.
original colonizer.
Right.
Let me quit before they ban us again. So yeah, that's great for college basketball. I mean football. You got anything else for college football?
No, sir. That's all I got.
No. All right. So let's do a maybe. A maybe.
Call me maybe.
What was what we're doing? Maybe.
Are you hitting the
Watch it
button?
now. Watch it go like by 4 slides.
18 of
Or
them,
is it
right? You want me to hit it?
18?
You need me to hit the button? Oh,
Oh, there we go. There we go. Whew. Or did you do it?
Nope, I didn't do it.
Did it do it?
Nope.
Swell. Well, there's the current standings for the network pick'ems.
Well, I see.
Tommy Boy looked it up and see how many games we have picked total. It's just 48. So
He is just above 500. Yeah, look at you on top of the board. The source and the wizard right behind you on your coattails.
yeah.
The man Tim over there, just a bit outside, is just a bit outside the top three in these. And following him is myself, then Steven, super kicking time, and then Tommy Boy, the old checkers and wreckers guy.
I mean, it's a tight race. It's a tight
It
race.
is.
Not like last year. Last year,
No.
I never saw the top of the leaderboard last year at all.
You
I
didn't
never
see
sniffed
the top half until like week
maybe the last
12, 13, maybe.
Yeah, I was horrifically under 500.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But you're redeeming yourself this year.
Yeah, I just wanted to stay even. I won't pull too far away, go too far behind. Just stay even where I'm in striking distance.
There you go. There you go. That's all anyone can ask for.
This is ridiculous. All right, so boom. No.
Uh-oh. Want me to hit the button?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, I feel good. I hit the button.
Yes.
Here we go. The picks of the week in the NCAA.
Yes, they are. These are the NCAA Sports, BW Sports Net 1 picks of the week.
Boom.
Brought to you by Doc Sports Picks. Text hashtag BW Sports 2929022 for your free money.
Boom. Message.
As you not notice, I am standing up today.
Yeah, I did notice when we came in that you were on your stand-up desk.
Yes. I feel like being above the others. All right, here we go. Oregon, number 8, 6-1. Utah, after the fresh win of USC, 13, 6-1. This is a Pac-12 doozy.
I cannot have faith in the Utes in this one. Oregon's way too powerful on offense for them.
I would have stood to agree. I was upset time and time again that I have misjudged Utah, but I don't think I'm going to do it this time. So I feel that there you go. I feel that it's going to be a little bit of the same.
Yeah, Steven, you're on your own on this one, man.
Yeah, I tried to ride with you, but I changed. I didn't. I changed the things up a little bit this time, too.
What do you mean?
The
Changed things
pictures.
up. Oh, I see that. I thought you meant like you changed something else up. I'm like, okay, I like it. It pops a little bit better. You know, it seems like it pops.
Give him a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Next
You-
game, and yes, again, we're doing Duke again. There was
I
only
had
two
to ask
games
the
this week.
question. I'm
I
like, Duke
know.
again?
Like I could have plastered you with 7 straight weeks of Michigan picks.
That wouldn't have been fair for anybody else that's playing Michigan because none of us would have picked any of them against Michigan so far.
Correct. uh,
Top
so
heavy
uh,
schedules.
big, big heavy ACC battle. Duke 20, 5-2, coming off a loss. Forgot to who, but it was big. Florida State coming off a loss to Florida State. Louisville 18, the one loss that was crippling to Notre Dame.
But
So,
they bouncing.
what do
They
you think? Here's
bouncing.
the
They're
line
home.
for.
Yeah, I think so. And I think Louisville gets this win. They're at home. I don't see them losing this game. I just, yeah, I'm gonna go with Lou. The Lou.
Also, let's see if we can move with the Lou.
Oh, I forgot I was hitting the buttons, man. I see. I'm so used to you hitting the button until the end. Here, hold on. I'll hit the button.
Yeah,
Bam.
I try. There you go. I'm with you on the Louisville, man. I think Duke's injuries are starting to play, and this is into a part of the season where Duke is not used to being in this situation. So I do like Louisville here, and the twins, their son and nephew play for Louisville. So bam, there you go, Cardinals.
Ah, there you go. The original, the OGs of the network going against all the newbies.
Poor guys. How dare them? All right, so our next game up for the college scene, we're going to throw a little twist in the scene. Like I mentioned earlier, not a whole lot of big games in the top 25 as ranked versus ranked. So we're going to play a little bit inside with FBS itself. So first game up, we got the Miami of Ohio Redhawks versus the Ohio Bobcats, both in the MAC. Here in Indiana, we are very familiar with these teams and the MAC conference, having Ball State and blah, blah, blah also in there. So, bam, there you have it. Ohio, Miami, Ohio.
Of Ohio.
Of Ohio.
Go Bobcats. They're at home. That's what I got. I haven't kept up with them
Big Ben
much, but
Roethlisberger is a
I
Miami of
know.
Ohio guy.
Yep, that he is. But they've always been a big rival to Ball State. So I mean, both of these teams have. But I think Ohio's better than Miami this year.
All right. Hit the button.
Oh yeah, damn. See
It's all right. It's all good. It's fresh.
the Wizard.
So,
See, I feel pretty good about this. Then the Wizard.
So I'm going to go with Miami of Ohio, not because of Ben Roethlisberger, but they have a quarterback that's really dynamic in Miami of Ohio. So I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup, and I think they're going to go on the road and Red Hawk it out.
Ooh, don't do that again.
I won't. I promise. I promise you, I won't.
Next up on the board, going a little outside the box in this one again. Got the running Rebels of UNLV versus the Fresno State. Are they the Bulldogs? Is that what they are, or is there some
They
different
are.
name?
They are the
Okay, I couldn't
Bulldogs.
remember. I wanted to make sure. The line is Fresno State's favorite, 7.5. Damon, you going with the Rebels?
I am actually going to go with the UNLV Running Rebels. Now, both of these teams played Michigan, and that's where their loss comes from. But I was more excited about the UNLV Running Rebels because they scored the first touchdown of the game. So I'm going to go with the Vegas boys.
I see. Well, you and Timothy are on your own on this one. Yeah, I don't know. Can't do it.
I really technically I picked it because it was Vegas. I love Vegas and I need to return. I feel that I need to return.
Well, I want to make it out of there one of these days just to see it at least
Ugh,
once.
they have escalators outdoor, bro. Outdoor escalators.
Well, Great American Ballpark has one.
I always got to do with these damn Cincinnati Reds.
See,
Lord Jesus. I bet you
moving
Cincinnati.
on.
I bet you Cincinnati Reds don't have an M&M store of four floors of M&Ms.
No, because we're not sitting right next to the city that founded chocolate.
Well, the M&M store is in Vegas.
Oh, I thought you were meaning Pittsburgh and
Oh my
Hershey.
God, there's 4 floors of M&Ms.
Oh well.
They got tubes on the wall that are filled with M&Ms, and you get a bag and you open the tube and you put. I got put my bag pulled over at the airport because they thought it was the bag of M&Ms was a bag of pills. Like I was just gonna carry around a bag of illegal pills and shit. It's M&Ms, bro. M&Ms.
Did you pull it out? Did you eat one and say, "Look"?
They let me go. It was M&Ms
They stopped. I know why they stopped you.
because the dog smelled a black man. Already said
I
NFL.
was I was thinking of Dingleberry, but we'll go with that.
Nope. Nope. You can't do ready to say NFL yet.
Uh-oh.
No.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Elite Performance Performers. Brought to you by
Yes.
Elite Performance, where the dream of elite fitness becomes reality. Call 765-499-1005 to start your journey to be elite. Hey, you had a
Little
visitor.
man's over there this morning. Little man was over there this morning with us.
He said he puked.
Saturday he did. Saturday he met me over there, and after almost about 5 minutes on the stepper, he had to get off for a second, and then he got back on. I mean, he was like standing there for a second. And he got back on for a couple more minutes, and right around that 8 minute mark, he had to disappear around the corner of the bathroom, and about 5 minutes later, I had to check on him. Yeah, man. Welcome to Elite Performance.
I didn't ride you too hard. But also, Zach, way to
Yeah, well,
go.
he was back there
The
this
redhead
morning.
Hulk.
Yeah, he was back there this morning.
Well, hey. Thomases don't quit, bro. We're going to
That's
keep
what.
coming at
Right.
you.
Oh,
Awesome.
yeah, we
Great
gotta
job.
get to it,
All
don't
right. So, who do you have
we?
for?
Yeah.
Yeah, who do you
Uh,
have for your elite performance?
Mine, and this is what I said earlier because we flip flopped on this one. I used Virginia in this one for that top 10 ACC rival win that they pulled off against North Carolina. I mean, that was a big win for the team, for the program, for the school, and awesome job out there.
Yes, it was. Uh, I went with first time I've picked them all year. I haven't even picked them for a game yet. We're waiting for the weekend. What's that? November 11th. We're waiting for that weekend. Uh, maybe not November 11th. I don't know. One of the weekends. But
What?
anyway, I picked Michigan for my elite performance for the complete and total domination of Little Brother. Like no respect there at all. Just total disrespect on both sides of the football, and it catapulted J.J. McCarthy to the top of the Heisman board. So I need to find what signals of voters do I need to steal signs from to get those voter boxes to go for JJ.
That's funny. That's funny.
Okay, now we can go through football. I mean, NFL.
Hit the button, Dan. Hit the button. Hit the button. There we go. There it is. Ready, set,
Yeah.
hut, hut, NFL. That was stupid.
All right. Only thing I got to say, what a great win for the Steelers. But still, in all caps, Matt Canada has to go. That's all I got.
Matt
For
Canada should be gone for a while now. Big Ben Here he is. He's been absent for a week or so. It's all right, man. We've missed your big ass head in our pictures. God love you, sir. Fly, Eagles, fly. That's right, brother. Yeah,
Oh
Matt
boy.
Canada gotta go. I would hate for him to be anywhere near my coaching staff.
Yeah, he's got to go. Bring in Byron Leftwich. I'm good with that.
Hey, you
Anybody
know,
else? Shit.
right? Anybody
Bring in
else?
me. I don't care. Let Ben. No, I don't want Ben doing it either because he's talking a whole bunch of shit and he's going to be terrible too. It hurts me that my favorite Steeler's an asshole after he retires. But I mean, you touch girls in the bathroom and you wreck motorcycles. What can I expect?
The more you know. Bing, 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 bing.
Bad look for the Bills and the Lions. Last week, the Lions were the number one team in the NFL. This week, they are another
Not.
team in the NFL.
Yeah, not the number one team in the NFL. Everybody slips, everybody falls. It's how they get back up now. But that was, yeah, it's a toss up. It was a toss up game, I think. Before the game, I'm talking about. So it was going in. It was a toss up game, but you got to show up because Jared Goff only got like 8 points on fantasy this year or this week. So that means he wasn't doing much shit.
So, terrible showing by the Lions or what we've been expecting and waiting to see from the Ravens?
I think the Ravens stepped up more than the Lions slipped. The Lions did slip, but I think the Ravens are stepping up to being that team in the AFC North that we thought they would be. And I think that they show us for a lot more of the season, or I'm sorry, for the rest of the season, a lot more of the same stuff.
That was a huge three. Sorry, watching the Knicks and the Celtics.
Oh, yeah. Basketball season in full effect. State of
Yeah.
basketball coming out. Little plug for you. State of basketball coming out. NBA season kick tip off, man. We're talking football.
One of us or both of us.
There
One
you
of
go.
us or both of us.
All right.
But yeah, Pacers are playing too, so I'll get to that here in a second. But let's see. I thought it was a good look for the Ravens and a bad look for the Lions. Sort of same situation that Penn State's in. This is a big game. We were ready for you to show up, and you laid a complete egg. So, and I've noticed that he ain't showed up tonight, maybe because he knew we was going to have about the Phillies and the Penn Staters. But anyway,
Probably.
the Dolphins are a fantasy stat team. Nothing more, nothing less.
Can't say that. I'm not going to agree with that. Not just because we did beat them or, supposedly, like I was told by your friend, the Red Hulk, on Monday morning, that that was bullshit. The ref screwed them and yada, yada, yada. But we beat you with the W's a W. Love you, Zach.
Hey, what was the
They
score of
are
that
a
game?
real team. Yeah, 31-17. It wasn't like 24-20. I get it. I know. I understand.
So, 31 what?
17.
So the referees had a 20-point difference? Okay.
Right. Anyway, I'm trying to be nice a little bit. No, they are a legit team. I think that they will win the AFC East, and they will be a contender in the playoffs.
Do you see them winning a championship?
An AFC East championship.
Okay. So, yes, nothing more, nothing less than a fantasy team. And they've proven it. You've been two teams after coming off great wins, and you come up two upper echelon teams, in the league, the Bills and the Eagles, and you have not shown up. You can put up 70 on Denver, but you only can put up 17 on Philly.
Yeah, total different defense there for sure.
I thought it was
We're
an
coming off a
offense.
lot. We're coming off a loss though. We're coming off our
Mhm.
loss. We're a little perturbed of that, so we had to make sure we showed out in the Kelly green jerseys with that beautiful old school look and logo. That was fucking sweet, baby. Bring it back for good.
I like the Kelly Green. I'm disappointed in the Dolphins, and I am not excited about their journey. No,
There,
I overdid that
there
a
you
little
have it.
bit. I did overdo that a little bit. All right, so who's next? We talked about Thursday and telling what the referee said about the penalties on the Colts. Yeah, they were bad, but you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation on third down. The Bears smacked the Raiders with Justin Fields on the sideline.
Uh, I, here's the question, D. Is Justin Fields the problem?
Well, he kind of got to be now. He kind of got to be now. Like they've given you every benefit of the doubt, bro. And I don't know, man. I don't know. That's an expensive lesson to learn.
Very expensive, Lanson.
So what day
Very.
Chicago gets Jim Harbaugh and the number 2 pick?
I mean, the NCAA is pushing him out, so I
They've been trying
figured.
to get him for a minute.
I figured what's his name, Steichen wasn't gonna last very long in Indianapolis, so he jumped down there.
Actually, Snyder's looking pretty damn good right now. I mean, you're losing games, but you look good doing it.
You looking good doing it, but still, a big old L on your thing doesn't hurt or doesn't help. Sorry. The
No, it
Bears.
doesn't.
What Ben? What fan are you? I mean, if you're saying the
The
Bears, you
Bears.
obviously don't know what you're talking about. You big headed, yeah. It's
Not
the
big headed,
Bears.
yeah. Like, we're not talking about Paris Hilton's babies, right? Head, right? That everybody's talking about right now.
I ain't even seen it. Don't even
He
want
don't
to.
have one of those, does
No.
he?
You know what's funny? I've
That's
never
hilarious.
met Big Ben in person yet. Yeah, I know Ben. I know
Awesome.
you're an Eagles fan.
Eagles fly. Let's see. Deshaun Watson. What the hell's wrong with him?
Uh,
Come on. Give me one.
that
Give me
doesn't have
one.
the right massage parlors. Cleveland
Doesn't get
just
that
ain't
deep
cutting it.
tissue.
Yeah, yeah, don't get that deep
He
tissue
ain't being rubbed the
massage.
right way.
They call it the mistake on the leg for a reason. Their defense is what the game is. And
It's
what's it? Walker?
legit.
What's his name? Walker? His
Who?
backup that's been playing.
Yeah.
He's not bad. I mean, to come off to spend that much money on
The
somebody with
defense
that
legit.
much baggage and the defense being the
Guaranteed.
thing that is making waves in Cleveland is beyond me.
Oh boy, that defense is being wasted. Miles Garrett over being wasted. Oh my God, you guaranteed that man all that money, and he's played 4 games.
Ouch. He ain't even played all of them.
Whew. Whew. I'm counting them 4 games from last year. I didn't count this year.
Yeah, man. There's issues there.
Even more so, this a brain teaser. What's going on in San Fran, bro? Have we found the Purdy ending? Not I don't want to say ending. Ending is not the right word. The normalization of Purdy.
Well, Purdy's Purdy, but he ain't Purdy. You know, he ain't being Purdy. He ain't too Purdy lately. Something's up. Something's going on that obviously I don't know about yet. So
Or has the league figured him out?
you're dealing with professionals there, man. You're gonna get figured out. You're gonna get exposed sooner or later. Everybody does, even the greatest, Tom Brady in
Like Bryce
everybody's
Harper.
mind. You actually said his name.
I did.
You gave that man his name.
I gave his name because he looked terrible in Game 7.
He did.
Yeah. Stars step up in big time moments.
They're supposed to.
All right. So I guess it's the back half of our Doc Sports BW Sports One Network picks of the week. The NFL side
Boom! I
of
hit the
these
button.
picks.
Ooh, hold on.
Once again, text hashtag BW Sports 229-022 for your free $60 in picks. Oh, yes, power rankings. As you can see, San Francisco has fallen. The Eagles has risen. Kansas City's number one. Detroit has dropped a bit. Cleveland has risen. Jacksonville has risen. Jacksonville has risen. So pay attention to Jacksonville, AFC. Pay attention to Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. Sleeper
They have
team.
not lost since they left, since they hit England.
That's true.
Oh, the Steelers are 12. We're at 12.
You're at 12.
We're at 12.
What do you mean?
On
Oh,
the power
12.
rankings.
I got
We're
you. 12.
of the power rankings. Oh,
Huh.
my God.
Well, you're
12.
moving up in the world.
I can't believe it.
You're in the top third, man.
Yes. Hey, I kept the theme with the cool-ass pictures. I've searched long and hard for these when I got them. Like this Green Bay one, man, that was difficult to find.
I
had
bet.
to
I
find
like
something
that.
like that's dope.
I like that. I do like
But
that.
anyway.
The
this is
bottom of
battle-
the NFC.
Yes. Yes. This is where we thought both of these teams was going to be anyway.
Pretty close, yes.
Yeah. So Vikings, Packers,
Even line.
even.
That's
I
how
saw
bad-
that. I checked it a couple times.
Man, Jordan Love versus Kirk Cousins. And that's the bottom line, folks.
Yeah. Ain't nothing holds in. No Justin Jefferson either. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
But I'm still going with the Vikings for some odd reason because the Green Bay has zero faith in Jordan Love right now.
I don't have much faith in Jordan Love right now after that debacle last week.
But you're going with him.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a toss-up.
It was a toss-up. All
This
right.
is going to be an interesting matchup right here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. 4-2 Browns, 4-2 Seahawks. The Browns, after that referee saving, oh, you're good. After that referee saving win, they're going to have to travel out west, up into the mountains, thin air, Seattle.
Yep. DK Metcalf is questionable. That takes a very powerful receiver away for the defense to have to worry about, but they still have Lockett. They still have Walker. Geno Smith is no joke. I mean, he's stepping up for them and helping them win games. You know, everybody kind of wrote him off after that, the second game of the season. He's kind of stepping up, man. He took his bumps. Now he's coming up. We'll see what happens.
That Geno Smith, people forget that he was a high draft pick. I mean, there was a lot of expectations coming out for Geno, and he really never got a good opportunity. He's got one in Seattle. Expectations was high for him at the start of the year, bumped a little bit, but they're starting to play Seattle Seahawks football. So I like Seattle. I do, and I feel that, Deshaun Watson's on Cleveland, so they're going to lose.
Yeah. Good defense, though.
It is.
There we go.
I didn't even know the Niners had a dude. Do you know what the Niners dude's name is?
Goldie.
No, that's good.
Wilbur.
What is it? Something Sam. I had it.
Yosemite
It's
Sam.
not Yos.
I have no clue.
Yeah, when I was looking for this, it had his name on it, and I was like, "That's dope."
Like you said, man, Purdy's not doing too Purdy lately. Did the team, did the NFL, did the league figure him out? Is he just having a slump? On the other side, you got Joe Burrow's guy that a lot of people were looking at last year as an MVP, this, that, and the other, and they're sitting at 500 right now.
Yeah, there's Cincinnati's catching their groove. You know what I mean? San Francisco is lost back to back games. First time, in quite a long time that they've lost back to back games. And then you got Cincinnati, who started out the gates very, very slow due to a calf injury by Joe Burrow. As Nick, you see each week, he is getting better. His mobility is getting better. But the thing is that defense is not as like it was last year. And then offensive line is what it was last year. I think San Francisco writes itself being at home. I want to go with Burrow, but I got to go against him.
Agree, and so does everybody else.
Smart network.
Yeah, on this one, I would say so. Oh, hold on here. We have,
The
and I
beast.
done lost my notes. I mean, I lost the notes for the
I
answer.
got you right here.
You don't have my
Oh,
answer
I
though
thought
that
you.
I just erased on accident.
Well, you said you flip flopped them, but
Yeah,
anyway,
but
it's the
no, it
beast
wasn't Mich.
within.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Oh, it wasn't
no,
Michigan.
no, it
Well, it's
wasn't
the
it.
beast within.
Damn.
Brought to you by Beast Sportswear. Check out all the new designs and announcements over at BWSPORTS1.com, where you can find all of our syndicated shows and all of our Brothers in Arms syndicated shows.
Boom,
I went with
bam.
Virginia on this one. Because if you remember the tragedy that happened last year with the football players, with the shooting on the school campus and the football players sacrificing some of their lives for a student body on campus, with a tragedy on that campus, ended up having to cancel the rest of the season for those football players and that school. But for them to have such a big win of a top 10 school being not ranked, and Virginia being sluggish on the football side of things for quite a while now, what a big win. It could be a program builder. Way to go, Cavaliers.
Yep, agree. Now mine, like I said, man, it's flip flop from earlier. I picked Michigan in this one. No, I really didn't, but I lost my notes and I don't remember what I put. But an astonishing win over the little brother, putting a smackdown on them like they did. They definitely unleashed their inner beast.
Please say they did. That was payback for the tunnel last
Last
year.
year,
So,
yeah, I would agree with that.
yeah, I did have one for the ones up, but not a big deal. We can do that another time. So yeah, man, I got
Yeah,
nothing else.
I'm good. Let our friends become your friends, and we can all be friends. Check them out. Elite Performance, Checkered Life Customs. You can bet that. Doc Sports Pits, My Bookie,
How
The
many of
Fighter's
us have
Friend,
them
The One's Kitchen,
friends?
Beast Sportswear, and
The ones
Southern
we can
Indiana
depend on.
Combat Productions. I maybe
Friends.
next week we'll have that fixed
How
for the
many of us
November
have
1st
them
show, leading up to
friends?
weigh-ins next week down in
The
Evansville. I
ones we
cannot
all
wait. We
depend
got a
on.
hell of a card. Check it out.
Friends.
Southern
Like I,
Indiana Combat.com.
so what do I have wrong on here?
Southern Indiana.
Oh, well, oh yeah, forgot the Indiana. That's kind of key.
eh, you know,
I use smaller type.
there you go. Damon, that's all I know about this week.
That's all I got, bro. It's going to be an
Well,
exciting week. We got great games picked. There's some sneaky games throughout the NCAA landscape. You know, a couple teams coming off losses, playing against teams that could beat them if they're not paying attention. You know what I mean? So, and a couple NFL teams need to get out the gutter. So it should be fun.
some of them may stay there a little longer, which is fine. And as always, Damon, tell them what do we do?
Well, the object is to keep Indy sporty, but sometimes it rains and it gets a little gloomy, so we have to pretend that it's sporty.
Pew pew. And we will see
Shoot
you
them
next
up. Well,
week,
don't really shoot
folks.
them up.
Yeah, don't shoot them up, but shoot them up. You know what I'm saying? Shoot them up. Basketball season now. Shoot 'em
Shoot
up.
'em up.
Ha!
Shoot 'em
We'll
up. I
catch y'all
like it.
next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on BW Sports 1. Until then, we're out.